Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. I am Serge T. And in this video I'll be talking about WWE Monday Night Raw. And it starts off with Cole and McAfee in the ring, and they announce a battle royal for the vacant Women's World Championship in the main event. How about that? Didn't realize it was going to be like that, but that's how it's going to be, I guess, right? So we're going to wait on that with bated breath. Is it going to be the typical person that's going to win it that's currently in a feud with Rhea Ripley, or is it going to be a ghost from her past? We'll see. Now, Jey Uso is in the ring. He starts it off when it comes to the talent. And he's the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship that's currently held by Damian Priest. Now, Jay's amped, he's pumped, and he's getting started. He's just getting started. And then the champ himself enters the arena, enters the ring, and steps inside to talk to Jay. Now, Priest is digging all of Jey Uso, his vibe, his main event moniker, the yeet. It's all good to Priest. He brings up the good old days and how they were going to be next. Remember, he always wanted Jay to be a part of Judgment Day. Remember that. Remember when he was trying to recruit him. But Priest says, well, I was next. And begins to shoot Uso down. Now, Jay assures that he is not just another Uso. Another tag person. And tells Priest that he was only Judgment Day leader because Mommy is out of commission, if you will. And Jay states that he is next, and he will be the next world champ. Very good promo to start off Raw between Damian Priest and Jey Uso. What a great match that's going to be. And Damian Priest, I could look at him as being a champion for a while. The guy has really earned his way. He went from Punishment Martinez in the Indies, comes to NXT, becomes the North American champion, doing his thing over there. I remember seeing this guy go, this dude is like, he has that same size, same height as the Diesel. I go, where did this guy come from, man? And he really has come full steam. Well, I guess you say full, what's that word? But it's like, his career now is a full 360 from where he started. And this guy really is someone who is going to keep that title, give the title that relevance and that prestige that, you know, that Seth Rollins gave it. And I'm looking forward to that match, and I think it's going to be a banger, but I hope that, I don't know, they might give it to Jay. Jay has been in the title picture for so long, has his opportunities for even the undisputed title, and he never gets close. He gets close, but he always gets robbed. He always gets, you know, just you know, he's gonna be screwed over like he always. One day, and there's some people that agree with me, that disagree with me when I make a comment on whatever these wrestling Facebook pages, and I say that he's going to be a next champion. People go, oh, I don't think so. Why not? Look at Jay, the whole Yeet movement. When Jay does this, who do you not see doing it? Everybody in the arena, even Pat McAfee does it. And you see Michael Cole's like, he's laughing, but he's like, oh man, you're embarrassing me, bro. You know? And then he did it, he would do it, but McAfee gets into it. He practically falls off the chair. He's on the chair doing that. That takes some skill, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that thing is, you know, so he's got that going. He's got a move. He's like with Hogan and with Ultimate Warrior and some of these guys who have the crowd in their hands, and he has that. You don't think he's world champion? Maybe not WWE championship material, but world heavyweight. That's why the world heavyweight title is there. Got tongue twisted a little. It's because for those, it's like with big gold, the big gold belt, that was given to people that weren't going to be elevated to the WWE title. So they give him that title, and it proved itself to have to build up more prestige over the years, and it's a title that people want back. They thought that was going to happen with when they announced the World Heavyweight Championship. They thought they were going to bring back Big Gold, but they didn't. But I don't think they should because it has its own place. Not only in WWE, when Eric Bischoff handed it and gave it to Triple H and he was the world champion just by him being handed the title, that's its own, what do you call it? Its own life right there. That's its own legacy. And then you have the one in WCW, which has a big legacy itself. It's connected to the NWA titles, and it has that belt had history going way back to 1900 something, right? So that's that with that title. You're not gonna bring it back, but put some prestige in the new one. That doesn't have lineage to the Big Gold, but it's starting off to a really good start. Become good champions. Even though Drew was only 5 minutes, but he got his moment at WrestleMania in front of a massive crowd. Now, next up, the World Tag Team titles are up for grabs, and it's DIY challenging the Awesome Truth. Now, there's a little bit of a promo there. Not from the guys, but it's like a little ad, little commercial, little video package. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Now we see on May 25th, we see the crowning of a new king and queen of the rings. And the way it's looking and the way these guys were stepping up to volunteer or to declare themselves for that, it looks like this thing is going to be the first time we ever see that it's going to lean towards someone getting a title match out of that title that they get as king or queen. So I hope that's it, because we need to change it up. Don't just give them a crown and they walk around and then some of them adapt the English accent. That's ridiculous when they do that. Booker T was, it wore out its welcome, and then you see Xavier Woods, who is the last one. It's like he started doing that, and it was ridiculous. So that's that. Now, DIY, they make their entrance. They're in the ring, and then out comes the Awesome Truth, rapping their way to the ring. And Miz really needs to be a mute rapper. What do I mean by that? Let R-Truth handle the rapping, and you just walk down the aisle. He looks like he's trying too hard to be cool. Look at me. I'm white like Eminem. Let me try to be that. R-Truth has a background in rapping. He's not just a rapper for wrestling. You see, there's a picture, a throwback picture of him and Tupac together. It wasn't AI. It wasn't like a short Photoshop. That was back in the day. And the Miz, for what he is, he's entertaining. But the guy is on a course of just being. One day he's going to be off that course, and he's going to be backstage, and all the other guys are going to be coming up, all the new guys, and he's going to be just an afterthought. Oh, where's Miz now? Oh, he's a producer. Oh, okay, there he is. Okay. That's how it's going to be one day. But I like his place now. I like how him and Truth really, really do gel as a team. And when Miz was being tagged in, there was actually, crowd reaction. They're happy for him. So I guess if you're with Miz, if you're with R-Truth, you immediately get some babyface love, I guess. But this match was very competitive. These two teams are babyfaces, so it will go along those ways. There's always going to be, like, when you have babyface, like a one-on-one match, there's always a reversal here, an armbar here, a lot of technical wrestling. It's not a lot of, like, one guy's going to be cheating and hitting you with dirty tactics, stuff like that. It's always going to be a competitive match between that. Like I said, no cheap shots, no underhanded tactics, but how long before one of these teams realize that it doesn't pay to be Mr. Nice Guy, or in this case, Mr. Nice Team? And then there's a point there where the challengers meet in the middle. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, they do that with R-Truth. They put him down for the count. It looks like they're going to titles, but then Miz pulls Gargano out of the ring, and he saves what would have been their short reign. How long they've been champions? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And then they retained their title with a really great TCF, or it's the Truth Crushing Finale. Miz is in the position to do the Skull Crushing Finale, and then Truth comes in and hits the It's his move. It was like a flatliner, something like that. And they win the match. Now Gargano shakes the champ's hands. They try to shake Ciampa's hand, and he refuses, and he just slips out the ring. He kind of slips out the ring, sits on the apron. You know how when they sit on the apron, him and Gargano, they do this stuff to them. But he was sitting there, and he's just, maybe not, he didn't want to disrespect them, but it's just the fact that frustration. Because they've had tag title shots before, and they've come up short. I hope they don't use this as a way to split them up, because they want feuds, right? That's a built-in feud. They're gonna wait. They're gonna look what they did in NXT. Let's do that here. No, don't do that. They already broke up a team, and I'll talk about that later. Why are you gonna break up teams? You know, back in the day during the golden era, we had Demolition, we had, you know, the Brain Busters, and all those guys. Only a few of them ever broke up, if any. They had a massive, like, impressive tag team division back in those days. You know, Heart Foundation, the Rockers, you had the Rougeos, you had the Natural Disasters, you had, the Bushwhackers, Rhythm and Blues, you had all these great tag teams. You don't have that anymore. Why? Because they keep breaking them up. You do know, come on guys, WWE knows this. They should always practice this. The fact of the matter is there are wrestlers that are not going to make it to that other level, the upper level as a singles competitor. Keep them as a tag team. Let these people understand that you're not going to be in the upper mid card. You're not going to be in the main event. So let's put you in a tag team and make the most of it. And if we see somebody who shines in that tag team, we'll pull him out and then we'll push him. But they can't keep doing that. There was a time where tag teams were coming together and they would split them up. Tag teams come together. Look at the Bar. Even though Cesaro was no longer in WWE, but man, they were 5-time tag team champions, and they were a legit tag team put together, right? And they ended up being a team. That was what? There was that best of 7 that Mick Foley put them in, right? And then how it was. And then through that, at the end, wasn't the last fall was like a fuck finish or something like that? Something like that. And then Mick Foley said, I'm going to put you guys together as a tag team. And then look what happened. Multiple-time tag team champions. So that's the reason why you got to keep these guys together, that you put together. Don't stop breaking them up. And I'm not even going to begin to talk about the women's division when it comes to their tag team division. It's like, keep them together. I don't want to see nobody breaking up because then they don't have a division. Let's bring somebody together so that they can make a new challenger for the champions. That's not how it should go. It should be a seasoned team like Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. They are the ones that are like should be like the blueprint for the women's tag team division. Triple H looks at that and goes, I'm going to put teams together, make them work hard for like a year or so, then we'll put them in the thing. Start them off in NXT. Have a tag team that you're going to put together. Let them be there for a year, 6 months to a year, and if they're ready, bring them to the main roster and then you can challenge. Or add them to a division so that you can make a tag team division. Let it be there. That's where the stuff starts, right? Developmental, right? So develop women tag teams there, even men tag teams. Develop them there, then bring them over. That's the best way to do it. Now, Dom is out and Santos is in. And Santos and JD will tag to end the issues that or put an end to certain people that are making it difficult for the Judgment Day. That is the, the walking orders of Damian Priest. He's like, get this shit done. You guys keep failing. Get it done. Now, the Ring General returns and addresses his next steps after an historic IC title reign, 666 days as the champ. I don't like that number, so I wish it would have been one more day, but what are you going to do, right? Now, the weight of being a target for 2 years has been lifted as this is him talking. He is now the hunter and not the hunted. And whatever brand he is when it comes to the draft, which starts on Friday, ends on day 1 and it ends on Monday, day 2. He says wherever he's going to be headed, he will be embedded into the new era. And therefore he declares his entry into the King of the Ring tournament. And afterwards he will decide which title to go after. See, that's what I'm saying. And I think Gunther will win. Because this is going to be his logical next step. And already, he says he's already the general in the ring, and soon he will be the king of the ring, Gunther. I'm liking that. I'm digging that. Now, what I'm not digging is the new day. I mean, the through day. I'm so through with the new day, so I'm gonna call them the through day. They're through, and they join in, and they're as annoying as ever. You know, the fact that Kofi says that, what better way to usher in the new era is with the new day. Usher in the era. Aren't you part of the last era? Aren't you a part even of the ruthless aggression era? Aren't you a part of, you know what I mean? Like, and then you hear Kofi with that screeching voice that he does, because, and I'm just like, oh, what are you doing? How old are you? And why are you still wearing your underwear? Your silky long underwear, as opposed to looking at least, you know, like a damn wrestler, like Xavier Woods has his gear on. He doesn't even wear that gear anymore. What's that about? You know, because what he's wearing looks like boxers. That's what it looks like. It's like something that I never seen him wear before. I'm like, going, why are you wearing that? You know, and you know, they should be, like I said, they should be thrown out with the previous era. They have run their course enough already. I'm done. I've been done with them since they started acting like, you know, like a typical, stereotypical, you know, that they do. I'm not the only one bringing it up. There's people that bring that up too. They look like clowns. They look like idiots. And the thing about it is that they're old now, and they're still acting like children. They're still acting like they're new guys in the thing. I'm not saying they're old, but they're getting there. They're almost there. Aren't they both like in their late 30s, maybe in their 40s now? I don't know, but they're still acting like that. And then Xavier Woods dares to try to put his thing in what do you call it, in Imperium and Gunther's face about him being the king. Where's your title, Gunther? Where's your title? And fucking Kofi with his screechy, annoying voice, and then I'm like going, where's your title, Xavier? Where's your title, Kofi? How long ago was it that you're WWE champion? Hey, hey there, hey Woods. When's the last time you ever were a singles champion? I'm waiting. When you were the X Division champion in TNA, I don't even think he was a cruiserweight champion. So why are they talking shit? I get it. It's a way to get under Gunther's thing, but you can't get under his skin. He's got metal underneath that skin. You can't get under that. He's cold-blooded. You know, he's sitting there even smiling at him and stuff. You know? And they're talking about, hey, how about you take us on? You know, what's it called? It said, you know, I think Gunther was the one that said it about his boys. And then Woods is like, hell no. We've been there before. But then they relent and they go, okay, we'll do it. And so they're all facing Imperium, and all I'm thinking is, Imperium, please take him out. Please do so. Throw another chair at Kofi. Put him out for a few weeks or so, a month. Now, let's go with the match. Imperium versus Through Day. The Through Day. They are through. And of course, the Through Day had to win, and Gunther is not pleased and leaves his boys in the ring to lick their wounds. But Kaiser takes out Vinci. He takes him out. He's hugging him. He's patting his head. I go, this isn't Kaiser. He's not affectionate like that towards him. He's just by himself. They're very professional. They're very stoic. They do that thing behind their hand back and stuff like that. And I'm going, there's something happening. What does he do? Throws him against the damn apron. Throws him over here. Throws him over there. When he totally batters him, he does the same thing that he did to Kofi. Runs around the ring and then just smashes right into him. Takes his ass out. Now, am I happy with this? Not really, because this is a great team. But then, what happens is that he goes backstage. Gunther is there, and Gunther doesn't even look at Kaiser in a mad way or a bad way. He's just there looking straight ahead, and then here's Kaiser, and he goes, I told you I'd get it done. So was this premeditated? Did they intend on doing this? If shit goes down, you take out Vinci. You know? So where's this going to put Vinci and him. No one's interested in a feud between those two. They like them together. It's just like same thing when Vince McMahon was in charge. You take a hot team, you separate them, and then they got a feud, but then nobody is elevated. Maybe with this you'll elevate Kaiser, right? Or elevate Vinci to like the mid-card title. You know what I mean? Have somebody else come in. You know, who knows? The NXT Championship is going to be Ilya Dragunov, who's a champ, and he's challenged by Trick Williams. And you hear in the video package and here in the commercials, it says that, and this is it's the voice of Dragunov. He says, "If you lose, you leave NXT." I'm thinking they're not going to let Trick leave just yet, so he's probably going to win because Dragunov's had that title for some time. A great champion. But I think that he's going to come to the main roster as part of the draft. And then he might join the, what do you call it, Imperium. Yeah, he's a past, enemy of Gunther. Gunther held the NXT UK Championship for about 800 plus days, a long title reign. That's all this guy knows is long title reigns. I love it. But it was Dragunov that beat him for that title. And he had that title for some time too. You know, I believe he was the last champion before, NXT UK folded. There might have been someone else after him, but I don't think. Because it's been a while since I watched NXT UK. I watched that religiously. Loved the show. Loved it. But it had to go away because NXT Europe was on the horizon. I don't know if they're still going to do that. Triple H probably has that in his back pocket, and he's going to pull it out when time comes and pull the trigger. And we're going to see some great European, great United Kingdom talents coming out of there from Australia too and all that. It's going to be great. I hope that happens. But, yeah, that's very interesting. I told you I'd get it done. So it was premeditated that they were going to do that to Vinci if those guys lost. I don't know. Now, Andrade cuts a promo, and pretty much he says that one thing Andrade's not is someone's fool. He didn't betray the Judgment Day. I mean, how can you pressure someone when from the beginning they were never loyal? They didn't want to do business with me, what he said. I didn't want a business partner. They wanted a servant. See, Andrade knows, huh? Andrade is smart. He ain't dumb. And nobody tells me what to do is what he said. And now I am their biggest problem. Yeah, definitely. He's like, Andrade. That miskick back elbow he does is enough. That tells you enough how lethal he is. Love that move. I remember Charlotte's wife doing that one time, and she tried, but it looked too overdone. But you can't do that move because that's Andrade's move. How are you gonna do that? And this thing was really promo heavy, and I didn't mind it. But it's like they're trying to get such shit going. They're trying to get storylines going. They're trying to get heat going. So I get it. That's what you have to do if you want people to give a fuck about these characters and these wrestlers and they're wrestling each other in the ring. You want something like that. You have to build up stuff. You have to continue to build on things. That's what they're doing with Drew. But here he's in the ring and CM Punk chants, say that 5 times fast. They ring out. They start ringing out. Drew asks, why do they do that every time that he's in the ring? He says that Punk hates the fans even more than himself. And then the what chants start breaking out. And then Drew says, he asks the fans, say what if you French kiss your cousin? And then they say what, because they're all marks, of course. And he's all, you're sick. It's hilarious. I love Drew. I think his delivery is just so in your face and to the point. And he says things and he lets it sit. And then you react. I love that shit. And then he says that the only complex relationship that they have, talking to the fans, that they've ever had was with their right hand. Yeah, we get what he means by that, folks, right? And then Sheamus' music hits as Drew declares for the King of the Ring. I declare for the King of the Ring. I'm in the King of the Ring. And then all of a sudden we hear Fella's entrance. Yes, what's going on, Drew? You know, he brings up all Drew's complaining, and he then tells Drew that a one-armed punk kicked his arse. Now, Drew then has to say it, and he went there that before Sheamus' injury, it was banger after banger. But since returning, it's been burger after burger. I'm like, holy shit, is that cold-blooded? Like, you have Sheamus hearing that. He laughs. He heard that through social media, X. And I guess he was laughing at himself too. He's just laughing at it because you have to, right? He's not gonna let it get to him. And then, like I said, he laughs, and then he tells Drew he's getting better at those one-liners. Good job. But Sheamus says that he can lose the weight, but Drew can't lose stupid. And then Drew claims the boys were saying burger after burger, and they were saying Ginger Pillsbury Doughboy and Flubber Man. And that they're saying that backstage, yet he was defending him, standing up for him. He is their only fan. And then Sheamus was like, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. And I definitely can see, looking at Sheamus, he's a guy that doesn't let that shit get to him. Sometimes it's hard when people are talking that shit, but you have to learn. You have to grow a backbone. You have to have a thick skin. I've had to develop that over the years. 35 years old. Once I hit that age, I said, man, enough already. I'm going to let people get to me. Because, it causes health issues too. It causes you to do all kinds of things that you wouldn't do when you let that shit get to you. And I wish that the people in the IWC, the people in the social media realm and all that stuff would just stop bullying people and stop causing people to commit suicide. And then there's these idiots that would, they would rally them on. I'm going to commit suicide. I hate my life. Come on, do it. Typing under typeboards. Yeah, go do it. Instead of encouraging the person. Instead of bullying somebody. But Sheamus got a thick skin. And I'm pretty sure it's not just storyline, not just character. He's actually legit, true. I don't see anybody posting up stuff of him saying, fuck you guys, and blah, 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 like some of those people in AEW, especially their boss, who gets butthurt when someone says something. Instead of just going, you know what, you got your opinion, I'm moving on. But he says that he's going to stay, Drew says, for the match, because Sheamus has a match, and it's with Nakamura. And I wish I could give a fuck about Nakamura, but I don't. Yes, his role now is the ultimate heel, and he puts people over now. But he still has a lot in him. And it's just like when he came to the main roster, they never did anything for him. They're going to do something with him. I mean, Triple H is in charge, so he's probably just waiting, because there's a lot of people he's working with, a lot of people that he wants to put out there and push. And so you hang around long enough, Shinsuke hangs around long enough, he might get that push. He might finally get that world title, and get that main event. I mean, he wins the Royal Rumble, and he opens up the match, opens up the show with facing AJ for the WWE title. They were the first match. If I'm not mistaken, right? At WrestleMania. Now, this is weird because, at first, let's talk about how Cole says for the first time it's McIntyre versus Nakamura. I'm like, what? And then he comes back, and then Cole does correct himself. And then I'm like watching the match and then doing something over, and I'm just listening to the match and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I never heard someone declare the winner or whatever. All of a sudden, I started seeing the thing for the women's elimination or the battle royal. So I watched the show. I had to go and watch the highlights from the WWE channel on YouTube for that match, for the Gable thing, and for the tag team titles, the tag team match with the with the Judgment Day. I got the day right at least. Challenge, facing Andrade and Ricochet. But in the end, Nakamura is hyped, pumped. He goes off the ropes when he comes in. Just a real quick brogue kick. It wasn't even like full power. He just bounced off the ropes, and Sheamus hits Nakamura with the brogue kick, and then that was it. Nakamura was down and out, loses another match but he made Sheamus look strong. Sheamus just came back last week. He had his victory last week against Ivar, and here he is against Nakamura. He's defeating some impressive guys, so they're building him up. Don't know where they're going with this. They have a thing with him and Drew still relatively like close and acting like friends. I thought Drew was gonna hit him with a damn Glasgow kiss. He didn't. He just said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna go to the commentary desk. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna watch you, and also I'm gonna watch your back." Because it's almost like it's genuine that friendship they have. It's like you just love seeing it. It's amazing that you can see you feel the closeness between them, even though it's being presented in storyline, it's being presented as them in character, but it's like we know that they're friends in real life. So it's like they're kind of bringing that into it. And it's like Drew doesn't want to pull the trigger, if you will. He doesn't want to hit that, that out of nowhere behind his back as he turns around, hitting him with the damn Claymore. He doesn't want to pull that out yet. I don't know. But see, that's what it is. He picks up the win, and good for Sheamus. And let's see where it happens, where he goes with this, where his storyline is going to go, where his story is going to be, right? How he finishes his story, right? They're saying that with everybody because it's so in vogue now because of what with Cody and everything. Now let's go to Chad Gable. It seems like the Alpha Academy are still together, but he's running down every one of them, from Tozawa to Maxine Dupree and to his guy Otis, his number one student, right? Number one guy. I mean, I guess it needed to be said. I don't know. He's now saying it's all about him. He says, it used to be about the Academy. Now it's about me. It's about Chad Gable. So, you all are going to help me win the IC title no matter what. So, it's pretty much saying, no matter what, you guys are going to be heel like me. You're going to act like me. Maybe I'm not a heel, but I'm thinking about myself now, not thinking about none of the other stuff. It's about the IC title now. Multi-time tag team champion he is, even one time with Otis, the Raw tag titles, but this is his, what do you call it now? His, what's that word? That it's written down and it's the procedure now. This is what we got to do. I like it. I like seeing him in this position. He's going to be a heel, and I think that the guys around him are going to be like reluctant. They're still baby faces, maybe tweeners, but they're going to do heel stuff. Like, you're going to see Chad Gable almost get beat by somebody, and then Otis is like this. He just grabs the guy's leg or something, like, and he's doing it, and by looking away, by going, I don't want to do this, but I got to do it for Chad. I do it for Gable, And he even got the big fella, Otis, to say, no matter what. He's like going, I didn't hear you, because he wanted everybody to say it. No matter what, you're going to help him. And he says, I didn't hear you, Otis. And Otis goes, no matter what. Like, completely clear. Audience is booing because they don't like hearing that from Otis, because Otis is pretty much, we all love him. And we don't want him to be involved in this stuff with Chad, but Chad has his thing now. He has his, the direction that he wants now, where he's going. Nothing else matters except the IC title, except me. That's what he's saying. Now, Andrade and Ricochet, and I read in the comments that it was a great match, but for some reason that shit was all skipped. Now, I know I didn't skip it. I know I didn't think. I honestly think that something happened when they aired it. I don't know what happened. But I'm pretty sure I was watching it, unless that shit was so quick in 1 minute. I could have paused it, but I may have paused it. I could have paused it so that maybe I did go out during one of the things, but it was on still when I came back, because I gotta take care of business. I won't say whether it was a number one or a number two, but I had to take care of business, and then I came back. But it's that match, and Andrade and Ricochet, they defeat Escobar and McDonough. And Santos was put in there by Dom. He said, "Hey, he owes us because we did something for him." All right. So they did that and shit, and then they were unable to get it done, right? So what happens? Their leader, their de facto leader, the World Heavyweight Champion comes in, and Priest attacks Ricochet and Andrade and takes them out. He gives, you know, the emphatic South of Heaven to chokeslam to Andrade. And I can't wait to see those two go at it. Maybe they'll go at it next week. I don't know. He then tells Dom and JD, I don't need anybody, but you guys need me. And there's people out there speculating, and it does make sense, because before it used to be like, Judgment Day, we're going to attack him, you know, Damian Priest, and then it's going to be Damian Priest being babyface and taking on the Judgment Day. But now people are saying it's Judgment Day going to be baby faces, and then they're going to leave, you know, Damian Priest alone, because he's becoming so big headed now. And then where does Mommy sit? You know, where does Rhea Ripley sit when she returns? It's going to be some time before she returns. She's going to be wondering where the hell is my Judgment Day at? But Judgment Day might be gone by then. They might be disbanded by the time she comes back. Who knows? You know. But that was very telling. He's very much saying that I'm the leader. Fuck anybody else who you think's the leader. I'm the leader. Now, let's go to the Women's World Championship Battle Royal. Had a bunch of maybe 5 of the top contenders, really, and then just a bunch of fluff, added women. But I did enjoy this. There was some good moments there. There was some good, like, you know, eliminations and stuff like that. I mean, let's get into it. Maxine, she eliminates Candice, and she eliminates Indy, and those are her two, like, her main foes, and at least she got that. You know, and then Zoe, she kicks Chance and Carter off the apron. And then Jax eliminates Ivy Nile. And then she eliminates Maxine Dupree. Nia Jax was busy. I'm telling you. She got the record, I think, for the most in this, even in this one. I don't know about the complete record of Battle Royals ever. And this is the 4th one when it comes to a title on the line, because they said it was, before that, it was the Great Khali, Gail Kim. They even mentioned Gail Kim. She was the one in the first one. Now, who was the second one? But it's like only 4 times it happened. You know why? Because people don't want to see a major title just be scooped up in a battle royal, because that's lazy. That's looked at as lazy, and it is. You know, I know that they wanted to crown somebody right away, but Backlash is coming up. They couldn't do it then. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I understand that. You know what I mean? Why were they in such a hurry to crown the champ? You know, what's her name is not going to come back soon, anytime soon. You know, Rhea. So they could have waited to then. I don't know. Maybe the Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring's coming up. Maybe they crown a new champion then. You get the crown and you get the title. That would have been great, wouldn't it have been? Sure. Come on now. Now, we have that. Becky eliminates Piper Niven. Then Natalya eliminated Chelsea Green, but the refs didn't see it because they were busy. Because outside the ring, you saw Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch getting into it. You see Nia Jax 2 times failing to put anybody through a table. And then when you come back from a commercial break, I believe it was, right? And then Becky was put through a table. But through all that chaos, none of the refs saw Chelsea get eliminated. So she gets back in. She slips back in. As slick as she is, right? And I love her. I think she's great. I love her gimmick. I love Samantha Irvin announcing hers. I love it. It's funny. Funny, and it's so cute, and it's so, and even Chelsea Green in interviews, even with Chris Van Vliet, said, I love it. I love when she does that. She hated it when he took it away one time. And she just said, Chelsea Green, that's it. And she even said in an interview, I hate it when they take it away. I wanted them to bring it back, and they brought it back, and I'm happy. That's what she said. Now, so, you know, Chelsea Green is eliminated. Refs don't see it, so she's able to battle some more. And then Zoe eliminates Chelsea Green, so she's eliminated by her. And then Baszler eliminates Natalya. And then Nia eliminates Zoe and Baszler. And then Nia, in the end, is eliminated by Morgan and Lynch. Liv and Becky with a double team. Now, Becky Lynch delivers a manhandle slam on Liv and, surprisingly, is eliminated. Because people are thinking, okay, there's a built-in story between her and Rhea, but it would be too predictable. So I'm glad that they went with her. You know, how about give it to somebody who has shown that she deserves a shot like that? Maybe even Naya. She's shown that she's improved and she's worked hard to not be a damn botch fest and a damn danger to everybody in the thing. You know? Like, hello, Kairi Sane. She could have ended Kairi Sane's career back that day when remember that bump she did or that thing she did almost took her out, literally. You know? But now Becky is a 7-time women's champion, and she goes into the arena to the fans. She's hugging the kids, taking pictures with kids, and behind people as they have their phones out, taking selfies with the new champ. And I'm like going, good for her. See, she has 7 championships over how many years? I think Charlotte had 7 championships in 1 year. That's when WWE was like, under Vince McMahon's senile thinking, the more title reigns you have, the better. No, the longer you have each title is better. That's why you had Bruno Sammartino with 8-year reign, Hogan with a 4-year reign, and stuff, and then Roman with the 3-year reign, right? That's why. People want to say, how come Hogan held it that long? How did he held that long? Well, it's because he defended it at major pay-per-views. And back in his day, only 4. The main 4, the big 4. Before they have a big 5, because they put Money in the Bank with it. But before it used to be, what? Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series. And he only defended his title on those. When they had a Saturday Night's Main Event, he would defend it there too. But he only defended his title like how many times a year? So he held it. Definitely would easily hold it. I wonder how many title defenses he had in that time. Because he talked about Roman and how few he had. I would love to see, well, how many title defenses did Hogan have? Bruno Sammartino, he would probably defend it only at the Madison Square Garden shows. I'm kind of just going off the top of my head. But I mean, I wonder how, because none of the Survivor Series or any of those type of pay-per-views were even existed back then. So I don't even know. Maybe he defended it all the time, but they just said, no, we don't know anybody else that can take that title. And also Hogan held it long because he held it long, and they never had him defend it against guys like Ricky Steamboat or guys like any of the baby faces, because they didn't want baby faces taking on baby faces or heels taking on heels. You know what I mean? Like, so he was a baby face, so he wasn't gonna think like Dusty Rhodes and some of these other guys who were there. So you always saw Nikolai Volkov, you saw Sika, Roman's dad, you see the $1 Million Man, you see all these guys who were monster heels, Jake Snake, the only ones that were challenging him. And then when Hogan defended it against the Ultimate Warrior, that's when you started seeing, and I think they used that as to gauge how it's gonna look. Like, let's say 2 baby faces, monster baby faces, and see what happens. And it went off well. You had the Hulkamaniacs here, you had the Hulkamaniacs, and then you had the Warrior Nation over here. And they're all just behind their guy, but at the same time, they're pulling for the other one too, because they're fans. But they got to stick with their guy. I was a Hulkamaniac, so, So I wasn't, even though I loved the Warrior, but it's like I was more Hogan. And then when Hogan lost, I'm like, holy crap. That's another thing too. He went over Hogan. Hogan put him over. And the reputation that Hogan doesn't like putting nobody over. If he doesn't want to do it, no, brother, I can't do that. I'm not with that. But that's that, and that's Raw. I went through this pretty quick. I thought I was gonna be here a little bit longer. A lot to cover. It was a good. I liked Raw. It was okay. I've seen better, sure, but I like the fact that they're moving the storylines along. You're giving a fuck about every one of these guys' thing. Even the women's battle royal was good, even though it was too like, let's just get a champion right away. Let's not build it up. Let's not have a tournament. Let's not put it in the queen of the ring. That would have been perfect. You get the crown and you get the gold, right? They didn't do that. But I didn't do a weekend review thing of all wrestling, so I'm gonna just add it here at the end. So I guess my championship is going to be. I mean, my championship, like I ever won one, not a wrestling one anyway. But let's just see that. Let's talk about the things that were brought up then. Now, I brought up before when I was talking about the tag titles, when the tag titles first got changed over by Triple H, and I was saying, yeah, because before, big W on it, and I'm like going, I forgot that they had the Gladiators on it and shit. And it's been like that since that one time they had that one title and it was gold, right? And then they made it red for Raw and blue for SmackDown. So I wanted to correct that. Not that anybody cares. I don't think anybody's brought it up to me or said anything. But I just wanted to do that, you know. And then we got fat shaming Sheamus. Motherfuckers talking about, hey, you got a, what do you call it, a warrior workouts thing. How dare you get fat? Gee, I don't know. He had major neck issues and surgery and all that stuff. You think he's going to come back looking like this? You know what, guys? That extra poundage that he has, you watch. He's going to put that into muscle, and then he's going to be bigger and muscular and more powerful than he ever was. You got this one dude that's all ripped and shredded, this dude, and he's all, yeah, all you fat fucks are fat shaming him. I should be the one to fat shame him because I am in shape. And I go, motherfucker, you should know the reason why Sheamus wasn't able to come back like that. And let's see you do what Sheamus does in the ring. He's looking mighty damn good in that ring. Like he's not missed a beat. And he has the nerve to say that shit. You know? That is like ridiculous. I've seen people that come back from injury and they're not in shape yet. And then they get back into shape. Like you forget that he had surgery, that he had thing. People say, well, during his rehab, he should have put more workout. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he's not cleared yet to do that 100%. You know? And if he was, he's just not able to do all the stuff, you know, that he needs to do to get back into that shape that he was. And remember, guys, he's already in his 40s. It's probably hard for him to get back into shape like right away. He can't snap back into it. You know? Who knows? I mean, I don't know Sheamus. He probably is like one of those guys that's an exception to the rule, and he can snap back into it and get that shape back. There's a lot of factors you guys have to figure out. Y'all, you know, do it again, keyboard warriors who think you know shit, and you can say that behind your damn computer and your damn keyboard, and yet say it to the man or the woman's face. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you don't want to get a bro kick. So, not Sheamus would say, not Sheamus would do that, because I think he's a pretty easy, laid back fella. You know, he's not a guy that's going to take that personally. You just laugh it off. All right, go ahead, talk your shit. I'm here in WWE. Where are you? You're nowhere, right? And then we see like Liv winning the title. I thought it would be too convenient if she won the title. And I'm glad they went this way. And I'm thinking that what's going to happen one day is, I don't know, maybe Liv and Becky are going, Liv and Rhea are going to be in a triple threat with Becky. And Becky will hold it until Rhea comes back. And then probably Liv is going to win that, and it's going to make Rhea even more incensed. Looking for more blood. She wants to rip people apart even more. So her retrieving the title, getting it back is going to be even more sweeter. Today, Tony Khan, I've already talked about it. He's such a goof. You see him in the backstage segments. Why does he act like an idiot? Why does he go on? And I'm not saying he is per se, but I'm saying that when you present yourself backstage looking like that, these guys say, I'm going to do this. Do you care? No. Can we do this, boss? You know? I know your balls are hiding in there somewhere. Why don't you pull them out and, you know, let them hang and show them you got something, you got a pair. I've said this enough. But the way he does everything that he does, it's just like, does he honestly think that AEW is going to survive? Like I said, it would survive like on, like how NWA and keeps surviving somehow. TNA is kind of off to a good start. The way they rebranded and everything. They knew where their loyal fans were, and that was with TNA, not Impact. Impact's the name of your show. Impact's the name of the Impact Zone, the crowd and everything. Like WWE has the universe. Now, there's a thing out there called, they're saying that Vince was starting up a new wrestling promotion. And people are saying, and I'm watching, even though Dirty Dutch there, is talking about how, yeah, man, to do that, get Goldberg, get this, get that, get that. I think that he's gonna lay low, but he has to do something. He has to whatever, blah blah blah. There's people in the comments honestly saying that, oh yeah, I would watch it. Then if they get this person and that person, I'm thinking, who in their right damn mind are gonna go with Vince McMahon again? Vince McMahon is a piece of crap. Okay, he's a pariah. He's somebody who victimized a poor woman and other women too. I'm sure the divas. I'm pretty sure, hearing stories that they're running out of the damn office after meeting with him, crying in tears. And you honestly think that someone is, if it's someone who's him, who themselves, like Ryback and EC3 and all these guys who have no chance in coming back to WWE, no chance in AEW, no chance in the major promotion, they'll go with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has a lot of money, he has billions of money, billions of dollars. He sold his shares, all that stuff, worth 2 something million, I think, or 2 billion, I should say. You know what I mean? I believe what it was, 100 million shares. But then I think he has $2 billion worth of equity or something, whatever that was. But it's like, yeah, he has enough to open. But people are saying, how about he just takes over an existing place? TNA takes over NWA, takes over, one of the promotions out there that are doing, you know what I mean? Partnership with New Japan, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Teaming up with Tony Khan. I don't know. They're both the same. Or they want to do all the booking. They want all of themselves. They want to make the final decision. They want to override everybody. They're actually two peas in a pod. They actually work together, right? Right. But I don't know. It's one of those things where Vince McMahon starting a new wrestling promotion. Who's going to get behind that? Who's going to want to, put their ads on that thing? They want to be promoted. They want to have their brand and their thing shown on Vince McMahon's wrestling program and stuff like that. Is there going to be people out there that'll be like, hey man, we want to sign with you because we want to get our company out there, the name and everything. Can you, pay for advertising? Is anybody going to do that? These companies are savvy enough that they don't want to be with somebody who has a DUI or someone who was a domestic violence person or someone who's like that. They'll pull their thing as quicker than you can fucking breathe, quicker than you can sneeze, and then they're gonna go with Vince McMahon. Really? All y'all people are saying that, oh yeah, I'll watch it. You guys are fools. Like, why are you gonna back Vince McMahon? Remember what he did. And I don't give a fuck about time heals all wounds. No, it don't. Not with Vince McMahon. What's going to happen? He's going to have his own promotion, and then you're going to start seeing stories again where him and his personal trainer, who recently went on an interview and said that what he did, remember all the good things he did for, this guy's backing him. Of course he would. Vince McMahon was giving him all these women to degrade and fucking, humiliate and all that stuff. Wasn't he the one that was there when Vince McMahon was doing a number 2 on that girl? I mean, give me a break. To the people that keep saying that you gotta forget that don't forget that Vince McMahon is the one that gave all these people their first thanks. Who cares? That's not what it's about now. Yes, he did, but that's not what it's about. We're talking about what he did. It has nothing to do with that. Forget that. Forget that. Who cares if he helped people? Who gives a fuck? Made them better. John Cena and them are saying, oh, without then, he's a fool for saying that. All these other people are still backing him. Why? Why would you back him? I get being loyal to a friend, but sometimes you gotta drop a friend that's involved with crap like that. That is nonsense to be behind somebody still for that. If he wants to have his own promotion, God bless him. If he wants to, take over another existing promotion out there, whatever, go ahead. I shouldn't have said God bless him. I should say Satan be with him. There you go. I don't want to put my Lord and Savior, my Heavenly Father in that damn nonsense. He wouldn't want nothing to do with them. I think he looks at Vince McMahon. That's one of the people I created that just failed me. Let's go over there. I'll send my, I'll send my angel who fell out of heaven, Satan after him. And then we have one final thing, because other couple of things they already been on Raw and everything. The whole thing with the Battle Royal and the whole thing with the DIY challenging were awesome. But Xia Li, Jinder Mahal, and Zion Quinn were released by WWE. I know there's others, but these are like the main one, especially Jinder Mahal's Indo share with Sangha and Veer. I like Veer. The way they were promoting him when he was just by himself, he would have been a monster heel. He would have been a great challenger for a world title, stuff like that. Not getting the title, but whatever like that. And I'm in the middle of watching Chris Van Vliet's interview that took place before this interview, so he didn't know Jinder Mahal, but he was interviewing him, and Jinder Mahal comes off as an amazing person, man, and you want to root for him. I'm watching it, and so far I'm going, man, I hope this guy does good. Let him go to TNA, go to NWA, go to New Japan, go to AEW, rebuild yourself, man. Prove these people wrong that were always talking shit. Now I admit when I would see him, I'm like, but only because they don't do nothing with him. It's like Natalya too. I love her too, but they don't do nothing with her. Saddle her with this person, saddle with that. So whoever's the new NXT Women's Champion, she goes over there and gets in their face. That's all they do. She needs to join her husband, T.J. Wilson, Tyson Kidd, and start training the new generation. Because this is as far as you're gonna go, Natalya, and I love you, but it's like that's as far as they're gonna go. Xia Li. She had a good thing with what was the name of that faction that she had, right? And then Boa was in it, and what's her name? Wendy Chu. She's known as Mei Li or Mei Ling or whatever. That mysterious-looking, ghost-looking dragon. Japanese with white makeup and stuff like that. Very vicious, very lethal and ruthless. And then they just split them up. Xia Li was getting a little bit of a push against Becky and looking good, but then they just fell off and they just said, no, she had potential. But I wish that the one thing that she would have done is that when she was doing the martial arts weaponry and she's a wushu champion and she's a more expert and everything, how about she stays in the stage first and does it? She's going down the aisle and she just has to cut it close and not spin around too much, because then she'll be taking people's eyes off and cutting people's heads off. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's a perfect opportunity to have her on the stage before going down the rampway and have her do her thing. She has all that space. Didn't do it. She had potential. If I was running things, I would have known what to do with her. How to push her, how to write, creative for her. There was a lot of potential there. They just didn't want to have anything to do with her. But where does she go? Does she go to what do you call it? The Stardom? Does she go to Japan? Does she go there to the New Japan? Because they got a women's division there now, so 2 titles to go for. She might. She has the potential. I'm sure they'll see that, and then they'll push her the way she needs to be pushed, and people in WWE will looking like, damn, let's bring her back. Triple H will look at her, let's bring her back. She'll be a great challenger for this person's championship, that person's championship, or have her attack this group and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. Well, Zion Quinn, who? You know what I mean? Just to quote somebody that I used to watch. But nobody knew him. Okay, or whatever, I guess. But no, that's pretty much it. I don't want to dwell too long or talk too long, or that my video's gone too long now, almost an hour. Not that it matters. It's not that I time myself. That's what I should be saying. But I don't want to be here talking too long. But anyway, that's my video. For those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And as always, I like to say, please click like if you like the video. Please share it. Please comment. I would appreciate that too. And also, very much would appreciate you subscribing. And then also, please click, very important, click that notification bell, that notification button. Sometimes I look and it doesn't look like there is one anymore. I'm sure there is still. You have to click a button just to open it up, I think. But click that. That way you'll know. Because I really would like for y'all to see my videos and hear my thoughts and stuff like that. And please understand, take me as you see me. Don't compare me to others. This is my way of approaching, my way of talking. I'm laid back. I'm chill. I don't get too mad. I don't get too angry. I'm not throwing things like other IWC content creators do, getting mad and yelling and stuff like this. And I'll do it if it warrants it, but I'm not going to do it all the time for character's sake. You know, I'm not a character. This is me. I don't wear a hat that someone else wears. I don't wear the same types of shirts that other people have because I want to be like them. You know, one day I will have a green screen behind me, but it's kind of a complicated setup kind of thing, so I'll see if I can do that. But anyway, we're at the 1 hour point right now. I guess that's okay. Now we're talking. Sometimes I don't like talking for a few minutes, but here we are. But anyway, that's my video. So for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And in closing, I just want to say thank you again. I don't know what I'm saying. But, well, that's that. And take care. And I will see you in my next video.